Hey folks, a little bit about the Rip It Element bat. We just put a review and been hit with these bats the last couple of weeks. This is the 2016 version of Rip It single piece aluminum bat. Somewhat like the in 2015 they had the Rip It Air, but it's similar in that sense that it's just a single piece bat. It comes in three versions this year, and a little bit confusing because they're all actually a little bit different. You have two senior league versions, which are these two. Both are 30/20s. And those 30/20s, one comes in a 2 3/4 version, so 2 3/4 barrel, that's the white one, and then a 2 5/8 barrel is the black one. They come, there's no tapered grip on the senior barrel versions of the bat. It's a traditional black grip. Of course, they got the traditional, BPF 1.15 standards, all those fun things. But they're both single-piece aluminum bats. The only real difference between the two is that one goes up to 2 3/4 and one goes up to 2 5/8 for different leagues. Both are built for contact hitters. So these are both light swinging bats built for hitters that do a good job of making contact and want to increase that ability, but also like the power associated with a one-piece bat. They do not have large barrels. Like most aluminum bats, at least single-piece aluminum, they don't have large barrels. Next to it, this is the Louisville Slugger 516 bat. Similar in construction. In fact, they're both one-piece design aluminum bats. This one you'll find has actually a little bit bigger barrel. At least the barrel, the maximum barrel starts a little bit earlier when compared to the Rip It. But Rip It's always made a great name for themselves in making a bat that just feels like a bat. It's not, you talk to the guys at Rip It, they're not going to say, hey, next year we're going to make a bigger barrel and a bigger barrel. The joke that we'd like to make is that they're trying to make a bat that looks like a baseball bat, not like a boat oar. And so next year it's not going to have a bigger barrel or even be more lighter. It's really just a balanced bat. You'll get, in comparison to the Louisville Slugger 516, because that's probably its most comparative bat, at least in the performance space, you'll find that the Louisville Slugger has a little bit bigger of a barrel, but that the balance point on the Rip It one actually is a little closer to the hands. It's more up here if we were to measure it out, whereas the Louisville Sluggers is a little bit more down in here. So you actually get a little more balance with this bat, and I like to say hand load, but you get more balance with this Rip It version. If you've never heard of Rip It before, that's because you live in the wrong part of the country. They have a huge following. There's a lot of people who actually have never heard of them, which always sort of surprises me. But it's true. They don't have the kind of distribution and reach, like an Easton does or a DeMarini does, but they make quality stuff, especially if you're looking for a single piece bat. So there's good feedback in the hands, and it performs like a baseball bat. Next to these bats is the BB Core version of the bat. So whereas the senior league versions of the bat, the 2 5/8 and the 2 3/4, are light swinging, sort of balanced bats, if you will, the BB Core one, Element 1 bat from Rip It, this is the 2016, is actually an end-loaded single-piece aluminum bat. So this is an aluminum log, right? This is for a strong hitter who likes a ton of contact and the feel of that contact, and really can get the bat around and hit the ball a country mile if they hit it right. Again, not a huge barrel, but again, it's Rip It. People don't buy Rip It because of the barrel size. People buy it because they know they're going to get some good construction and some durability in a bat that performs. And when you hit it right, there's not a bat on the market that performs better than the Rip It. And maybe we'll get some videos up hitting, but it's good just to talk about it for a second. Similar bats in the market. So the 516 and BB Core is not similar to the Rip It BB Core, simply because the 516 tries to be a balanced, sort of a lighter swinging bat, whereas the BB Core Rip It one wants to sort of be a heavy end loaded bat. Probably the most similar bat, and we don't have it up here, is the Z Core, the 2016 Z Core XL from Easton. That's also a single piece, sort of an aluminum log type bat. But yeah, that's it. Don't expect huge barrels. Don't expect ultra light swinging, especially in the BB Core. Expect a baseball bat that feels and reacts like a baseball bat, which, a lot of people just want that. They want a traditional feel. If you like the feel of hitting with a wood bat, and that's what you feel like you're the most successful with, then this is the kind of bat you will like, a Rip It bat, because it really is a traditional baseball bat, and they're not trying to have a bunch of frills and extra huge barrel and ridiculously light swing weight. The other thing that should probably be mentioned, that's probably worth mentioning, is the 400-day warranty that Rip It tends to do, which people obviously like. But with aluminum bats, aluminum single-piece bats, you rarely ever have problems when it comes to durability. They just seem to last forever, and they're never hotter than they are just out of the wrapper. So when you get them out of the wrapper, they're going to be as hot as they ever are. They only degrade over time, whereas composite, that's the exact opposite. So, all right, there you go. That's the 2016 Rip It Element baseball bat, 2 senior league versions and the BB Core versions, which are different enough to be confusing. And then, of course, the black, to make it maybe even more confusing, the black, there is a black BB Core version of the Rip It, but that's called the Rip It 2. That's actually a 2-piece hybrid bat that we will review in another long video.